Yeah.
So I'm out $330. I wouldn't have even known it if it wasn't for you. Thanks a lot, Paul. How much did Crown Mint screw you over?
Husky.
What's up, Paulie?
What's up, man?
Man, I'm fired up. You
I
got me
know.
fired
Well,
up, dude.
I'll tell
I
you what.
wasn't fired up half an hour ago.
We have
Woo.
we have a really great show, and it actually got worse for you, but better for the. I
Yeah,
don't know
no,
how to
you're right.
explain any
Say it.
better.
Just say it. Just
It's
say it.
okay. So this episode we're talking about, and not many people. I mean, many people may know them because they were a big part of the community. The Crown Mint. They've done a lot of things. We named them at the beginning. Marvel, the Rolling Stones, Coca-Cola, the Beatles. The list goes on, and something is afoot. They
dropped the
Steve,
ball.
They dropped the ball. Something happened at some point in time, and it got. You and I've dealt with them quite a bit, quite a bit in the past, however many years. Going, I mean, we're in 2024 now. Merry New Year, Happy New Year to everybody out there, and you, by the way. I had a friend reach out to me on Instagram who is a whatnot seller, and I'm not going to use his name. He asked if I didn't, which is fine, no big deal. But he brought it to my attention that, can you bring up that coin? Let's see. Let me bring me over here.
Which one?
That submarine.
Oh, yeah.
So he brought up to my attention that right there. Okay, so this is officially licensed product. A coin. What is that? That's the Yellow Submarine. Who made the Yellow Submarine famous?
The Beatles.
That's right. So this company was selling this coin. This thing, I talked about this on Instagram, and I don't know if I talked about it much on YouTube, but I talked about this on Instagram about being one of those releases that is a dive for collectors. These things are going to go fast, which they should have, and by all rights, they did actually, but nobody got their coins, and we don't know where the coins are.
Well, they made them.
They were made. Look, that's Steve Harris right there. This is the director of the Crown Mint. Now, I want to be clear that there's a lot of people out there who think a name on the back of a coin is actually the mint, or they think when they hear a name like the Crown Mint that they actually mint coins. That's not the case. This is just the name of a company, Scottsdale, Arizona, the Crown Mint, and they had these licensed products. Big names, Marvel, Coca-Cola. We went through them. The Rolling Stones. You had that gold tongue, right?
Yep, I did. I sold it.
Yeah, well, good sell. But we don't know where he's at. And we have a list piling up on Better Business Bureau, on Reddit, via Instagram, my buddy talking about they haven't been paid back any of their money. And as we're talking about this backstage, let's call it, before we hit the record button, something popped into your head.
I said, wait a minute. This was a series, and I do remember pre-ordering, but not like a subscription. It was just they list it and they sell it as a pre-order. When they get it in, they ship it to you. So that's typically when I go ahead and buy it, because you don't want to have it sell out and then you're kind of left out of buying it.
Sure.
So I did remember that. Oh, wait, I think I actually bought the last few in the series. And guys, we're talking about the mini heroes, right? So this is a Marvel. Sure. So I have them right here. They came in this.
Show those that are watching.
Do you have the box on you?
I got the box on me. Yep.
All right. So Paulie's going to show you the box. I've got my box opened. Right here.
I bet you do.
Yeah. So only for you, Paulie.
So this is the box, and inside of this box, which mine is full of love letters from people that send me stuff and stickers and all that good stuff. But that packaging would slide into the individual holders inside this box.
That's right. And there were 7 of them that were released, like actually released, right? So you got Captain America, Iron Man. They had a Black Panther. We got Thor. And guys, these are a little different than the chibi. They kind of look like chibi, same cartoonish, like childish character-ish, right? Like caricatures or whatever. But they're different, right? They're a different branding.
They're
Marvel, right?
Yeah.
And here you got Deadpool and Loki, and the final one that was officially released was Doctor Strange, right?
Doctor Strange. Then the thing about that packaging is they did a great job with their packaging, right? Those actually open up, and people who were watching and saw those would think, well, why is that upside down? Why is the one upside right? Those
I'll
actually
open one up for you. So
they're in cut capsules, right? That capsule's round, but inside is a hard plastic holder that slides into. So they're made really well. They're made really, really well. Fiji.
Good finish on them and everything. And so anyways, they pop right in there and they can slide around or whatever, but it's no big deal.
Yep.
And they just go into that packaging.
Basically, that's not like your typical TEP is, I guess, my point.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I had bought those 7, but going through my emails, Polly just mentioned, hey, yeah, I was trying to check my email, and that made me think maybe I should check my email. And so I did. And lo and behold, I'll bring it up right here. This was in my email that I actually purchased Falcon number 10. And I know me, I would not have purchased number 10 if I didn't also purchase 9 and 8. Yep. So I'm actually missing 3. I didn't.
In which this is just happening, people. So like he found this email, he found this receipt, and discussed it. Obviously, he just hasn't found the email receipt for 8 and 9. But trust what he's saying is if he paid for 10, he paid for 8 and 9 as well, and he's only got 7 in his possession. So this is one person. This is one person that this happened to. So that's what, 200 and no, more than that, $327, call it.
Yeah, with shipping and everything, would have been out about $330, let's say.
And guess what? Let's bring up their website.
Oh, let's do that. Oh no!
What is this? No! Oh no! Right? So there's another popular. All the stuff there was popular. Okay.
Yeah.
The Crown Mint was very rarely talked about because it was a hidden gem. It was where you could find the Marvel coins,
the original priced. Marvel coins, like these ones.
And I've got a feeling that coin right there has something to do with the downfall of that brand and that company, because from Steve himself, and again, people can take this as hearsay as they want, but I'm not a liar. I wasn't born that way. I had multiple conversations with that guy, and there's another YouTuber out there that talked about the next coins in that series. And I was told it was going to be Ghost Rider and it was going to be Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
In that, what should have been a 9-coin series, but the one you just showed there, the error makes it a 10-coin series. But that series was supposed to continue. That series stopped after that flaw came out. Now, I don't know how the Perth Mint could blame someone like the Crown Mint for distributing their coins, because they're the ones that minted them. They're the ones that shipped them. And all they were doing is selling a product.
Control.
Now the Crown Mint had the rights to the Marvel brand to be able to commission someone to make those coins. Like these are their designs that they were using. Right. The Perth Mint didn't come up with those designs. This is designed by this guy, Steve Harris.
Right. And they were good designs. They look great.
Some of the best yet to date from 2017 on, some of the best Marvel coins that I've ever seen. Anything that comes out now, I just compare it to that. And I said, well, how could I buy something that isn't comparable to this? The Perth Mint products are beautiful
Unparalleled.
products.
Yep.
They come in capsules right from them. You don't have to worry about anything rattling around in a tube. When you buy them as a tube 20, it comes in a roll, heat shrunk plastic roll.
Tightly packaged, man.
Yeah.
Clean.
And sometimes they do rattle a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. But still, just what they do there at Perth Mint. So this has got nothing to do against Perth Mint. I doubt anybody from Perth Mint watches this, but if you do, how you doing? They make a great product. But we're not here to praise the Perth Mint. We are here to find out where is the Crown Mint.
We're here to bash Crown Mint.
We're here to bash Crown Mint. If anybody from the Crown Mint does listen to this, you have Steve Harris give us a call, and we'd like to have a sit down, civil conversation with this guy and find out, number one, where's the Beatles coins? Do the Beatles own them? Does Yoko Ono own them? Does Paul McCartney have these things in his possession? Where are they at? And where's the money that this list of people never got back?
Where's my coin?
Back? And where the hell are Husky's coins?
I want my silver.
You got 3 ounces.
Silver's going to the moon.
You got 3 ounces of silver coming. So the complaints go way back to 2022 is when complaints started happening within the Better Business Bureau. And go ahead and pop up that grade that you got for them.
Oh, this is a beauty. And I didn't even know that. I mean, I guess clearly it's possible to get an F.
Yeah.
But
this ain't high school.
Yeah, these
That
guys nailed
is,
it.
yeah, they nailed it. That if for those of you not watching and you're listening on your car ride or boat ride even, that's an F. And I don't
26
know.
complaints in the last 12 months.
Yes. Yes. I ordered the Beatles Yellow Submarine coin for $140 in September of 2022. I contacted them numerous times. They said they were sending them in a week. Year and 3 months later, I've never received anything. That is an issue. That's another one. One coin. Here's 6 coins. Here's another 6 coins.
You can
It's
go
crazy.
on Reddit and the list. I mean, man, it's like nonstop.
Reddit is hardcore. They let me just bring it up quick. I'm not going to read every single one of them, but just for those who are here, thank you for that. Joining us and watching.
And
Let me
guys,
bring
drop in the comments section or in the chat if you've ever dealt with Crown Mint before, if you've bought from them before, because I will say that for a period of time I had flawless experience
Yes.
with them. It was great, like great customer service, things were shipped on time, and then kind of like what Paulie said, there was like just some turning point which may have coincided with that Wolverine error. But from that point on, it just went downhill. And if it wasn't for Paulie bringing this to my attention, I would not have even noticed that I'm missing 3 coins. So how many of you guys are missing something?
That's crazy. And we talked about this last week. I sent you a text message and said, "Hey, I got a pretty decent idea. I didn't know if we wanted to do it as a podcast or if I was just gonna do it on my own as a video for YouTube." But I said, Steve Harris, oh man, where's he at? What's going on? Here's the information I'm getting. And I started banging you a bunch of screenshots. And I said, this is stuff people are sending me, and they want to have attention brought up on this, and why not us do it? So here we are. But this is the Reddit. I mean, you can go on Google and you can type in Steve Harris Crown Mint, and it's just going to come just a list of stuff brought up. But again, this for some reason is the only photo that I can find of him holding that coin. He's kind of blurred out back there, but sweet do, man. Sweet do.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah,
let's real quickly. I want to look at so this one right here. If you zoom in or if you look really closely on the bottom, it looks like that has a mintage of 4,000, right? So that means theoretically, if this thing sold out in pre-sale, you're talking 4,000 pieces at what was it, like $100 a coin, maybe 120?
It was 145 from the
145
forum, and so that's probably with shipping. So a lot of money.
That's a lot. I'm not good at math, but that's a lot of money. And so you take these.
What's the mintage on those?
2,500. Yeah, so they're smaller, but let's say theoretically there's 10 of them. We already know 3 of them never got shipped. So they're banking whatever was sold there.
Because I looked them up on eBay. You cannot find 8, 9, or 10 on eBay. They're not out there. But the money's out there.
If they did sell out of them, then that's a lot of money that theoretically never got transferred. Like the goods and services never got transferred. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people got screwed there.
A lot, because you're talking all the rest of them sold out before that. The rest of them sold out on their website, whether it was from the subscriptions, because you could sign up for subscription and they would charge you in advance and then send them as they were coming in. But no, never happened.
So the question is, what happened? What do you think happened?
I could go on. I mean, the problem is this. I keep going back to that error coin, which I don't think could have caused an issue, but it very well could have. But I doubt it, because the submarine came after the error find, right? So that submarine came, we were hearing things about it late 2021 leading into 2022. Then they finally put them on their website. I wish I could bring it up. I wonder if I talked about on Instagram. I would have to cruise through and see a post going back that far and see if I could find it. I don't know. I don't know from there.
Do we think Steve Harris absconded with the money? Do we think he's
I
on
would
an island somewhere with $500,000?
I don't know if he's on an island somewhere, but he's somewhere where you ain't gonna find him. And yeah, I would say he's just gone. He's just gone.
Well, damn.
Yeah. 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 Well, damn. It sucks, man. Like I said, I had a good relationship with that guy. I would call him, look on his website, particular coins I were looking for. Again, it was the Marvel series. It was a hot series. You tried to get them as many as you could, as fast as you could, because again, it was a hidden gem. Yes, people knew about it, but people who knew about it didn't talk about it. Kind of like this candy. What the hell are they? It'll come to me. But it's some of the best candy you ever had. And why? Because nobody talks about it. It's
What
just,
candy is this? I don't know what that is.
yeah, I have to look it up. It's right. If I seen it in the store, it's right there.
Are you talking about C's candy?
No. What the hell? It doesn't matter. But I would call him and say, "Hey, Steve, this is Paul from Michigan. Hey, man, how's it going?" We'd bullshit for quite a while, and then I'd say, "Do you have any of the, let's just call it Venom, available?" He goes, "Ah, we actually have them here. We have a few. We have more coming. They're on the ship, but I can't sell them to you over the phone, but I can load some onto the website, and if you go onto the website, you can order them that way." And as a matter of fact, now it's coming to me. It was Captain America, because Captain America was sold out for the longest time, but they weren't completely sold out. They just didn't have any. Well, then more were getting minted. And that's how this error was made, right? They didn't mint all 50,000 at once. They were doing them in sessions,
batches. Yeah.
in batches. So what happened when they were doing another 2018 coin in 2021? Someone dropped the ball and didn't switch out the dies for the 2018 obverse. Well, there you go. History was made with that right there.
So for the viewers that are able to see this, you're looking at a Wolverine that was minted in 2021, right? That's why you see that 2021 in parentheses at the top. And the little caption right there says Muled error with 2018 obverse. What Paulie is expressing is that this coin, you can see it right there pretty well. Maybe the reflection is not helping too much, but it says 2018. So they used the wrong die for the obverse, right? For this side right here, where this was probably for one of the Captain America pieces. They slapped it on the opposite side of the Wolverine. So basically making a coin error where they just put the wrong two sides onto one coin.
Oops.
Leading to about, how many did they say? It was like 400 is what they estimated.
About 400. I think we had a decent count that between a few guys, there was maybe 85 or 90. Maybe it was a little less than that. But
they may have even recalled some and destroyed them. So we don't know.
They very well could have. They very well could have. Because I know when it was all going down, when I placed another order, I got 20 of them that came as 2021s. But some guys before me lucked out and they got 2018s.
Thank you. That was thanks to you and a friend.
Yeah,
but
dude.
yeah, man.
So, and it was really cool, and it's still cool. I talk about it every year that it comes out, the day that it happened, the day that I found it. I just keep bringing it up because it should be known. It should be known that it's out there. Check your safes. If you have those coins and they're in a sealed tube, and for some reason you see just one obverse says 2021, it ain't gonna hurt nothing just to bust that plastic off there. You still have 20 coins in a capsule, and they're all 2021. They got tubes you can slide those down in, but it ain't going to hurt you to check them out and see if any of them are 2018, because you could get a hefty premium for that coin right now.
Yep. For reference, those were, when they were selling like hotcakes, they were selling upwards of $1,000. I think the maximum recorded sale was like 1,350 or something like that on eBay. The last one that was sold was, I think, 850 or 880 on eBay, and that was a PCGS slabbed one. Ours are NGC. I know Paulie's got a couple. I've got one, but typically the people who have them, they're not selling them.
They're not selling them.
Yeah,
they're not selling them. A good friend of ours has a bunch of them, or at least he did, and hopefully he still does. Shout out DOA. How you doing, buddy? He would add those on the website, and I would purchase them while I was on the phone go through the computer. I'd see them pop up on the computer side because that's how fast people who knew that site, they watched that site religiously, watch that site for things like that to pop up. And he told me, he says, you got to be ready to buy these. As soon as I put them on there, you better be on there buying them. And I would keep them on the phone. And if it was 20, if it was 30, whatever it was I wanted, he put on there, click, buy, done. There we go. There's your order. Okay.
And we have friends that that did auctions that would rely on the Marvel coins when they would get released, because they would come like that, like Venom. You know, there'd be like, I don't know, 100 available, and these guys would buy them all up and then throw them on their auctions and make double or triple what they just purchased them for, because they were that hard to find. So
and they were, and not many people knew just to go to Google and type in Marvel coins, and the Crown Mint would have popped up. Would have.
Yep. And that's kind of what made them a trusted site, and that's kind of what screwed people over, is because you see a reputable site, you've bought from them several times in the past, and you've not had any bad experiences. Like myself, I honestly, Polly, like seriously, if it wasn't for you, I would not have noticed that this mint
I'm sorry.
failed to send me 3 coins, like 3.
Yeah, and like I said, dude, it's crazy. We talked about it last week, you know, and it still didn't strike anything to you until you showed me that coin, and you're like, wait a minute. I said, man, I wish we were recording this.
But they're not 3 low premium. They're not even 3 American Silver Eagles. They're 3 high premium
$100 coins. $100 an ounce coins. Yeah.
So I'm out $330. I wouldn't have even known it if it wasn't for you. Thanks a lot, Paulie.
Don't tell your wife.
I gotta tell her.
Well, guess what Paulie did today?
She's gonna get on the phone, and she's gonna
she ain't gonna get a hold of nobody.
She'll find this guy. She'll hunt him down.
I hope she does, and if she does, see if he wants to come on the show.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So, man, yeah, anybody out there listening, anybody out there watching right now, let us know. Shoot us an email if you want to, if you don't want it to be, you know, publicized or whatever. But yeah, let us know in the comments here. Have you ever dealt with them? Did you know them? Have you talked to them on the phone? It's
how much did Crown Mint screw you over?
That's a good title. We might use that. That's a good title. We might use that. I'm just lost. I'm lost with it. And what is surprising is the only place you hear this information is on Reddit, the Better Business Bureau. And I've typed into YouTube, and all I see is coin reviews from the Crown Mint. And there's nothing talking about where the hell this guy's at and where the money's at. I was telling you about a company. I said, well, there's this company called Apple something or another, and they're the ones who funded the whole project. Well, then what I tell you, who's in charge of that company that we're never going to get a hold of?
The Beatles.
The Living Beatles and Yoko.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to answer our emails.
No.
They're not going to answer. They're not going to click the StreamYard link and hop on here, even though that would be flipping sweet if they did.
Right. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
Just a little bit. Polly, thanks for bringing this to my attention, man, because this was definitely something that was not on my radar. I think what ends up happening is, you know, you get so inundated with all of these releases that you lose track. Like, I can tell you for sure, I mean, you know, I buy from Sean D'Souza all the time.
Sure. So do I.
I couldn't tell you what is outstanding in my to be shipped pile. I couldn't tell you because I don't know.
I was actually thinking about it today, and I should send him a message and say, where am I at here?
Yeah, because he'll send me a tab, and then I'll pay it on the first, and then he'll send me another tab, and I'll pay it on the first. But like when something comes in, I'm like, oh yeah, I ordered 2 of those, or like, oh crap, I ordered 3 of those.
They are.
Like, that's freaking cool.
I know.
I'm glad I picked those up.
And that's just it. And that's what's cool about Sean is that he's got so much stuff. Like, he's got his hands and everything. When we had him on the show, and I'm gonna be happy to have him back on again. But it's just like that. There's just so much, and he does that. He does, you know, a lot of the stuff that I've got ordered isn't going to be until February, maybe not even until March. But at least I know that, hey, I don't have to go searching for this thing somewhere else and pay X times amount more than what a good seller like Sean does for everybody. Yes, he's a dealer, and yes, he's making a percentage, but it's not as much as the other guys are making on things like this.
Right. 3 things I trust about someone like Sean versus like Crown Mint, let's say. 3 things I know I can trust. 1, he can find whatever you're looking for. 2, He'll give you a great price that'll pretty much always beat out anyone else if he can. If there's room
he
to
can,
beat
that's
someone
right.
out, he
That's
will
right.
beat them. And then 3, that he will always deliver. So hands down, good dealer right there.
Yeah,
Tommy,
no
same
doubt.
way, you know.
Yeah, and that's another one we've had on here. Great guys. We can bring it up now, can't we?
About next week?
No,
About what?
not even about next week. No, we'll bring
up
up next
whatever
week.
you want.
We'll bring up next week. I'm talking about the damn dragon bar that everybody's
drama
throwing a fit
dragon?
about.
The
Dude, the drama
dragon.
dragon. Yeah.
Oh my God, man. That was
Come on.
dumbest drama I've ever seen.
Now, I did send you a text message, kind of how I felt about it.
Yes.
And there's 2 sides to every story, right? The way Steven's Best Loot handled that was ridiculous. And if he watches, great. And if he wants to come on, great, and talk about how he can say that wasn't ridiculous what he did.
And unnecessary.
Very
Absolutely unnecessary.
He had absolutely nothing to do with that product. He had a chance to buy that product. He declined buying that product.
And it sold like
threw
hotcakes.
a fit about it once his buyers came to him looking for that product and he could not produce. So just off the top of my head, he's pissed off that he didn't buy in on this product. He could have posted pictures just like anybody else and said what he wanted to say, and did say that this is not a Lunar Dragon series that I sold you earlier. This is something a little bit different. It is labeled Lunar Series. Why? Because it's the lunar year of the dragon, right? That's what it is. And I was surprised. I sent you that link to that. And anybody watching or listening, go to that and watch it from
Tommy Stacking NYC.
Stacking NYC on Instagram. That was great of him to bring him up, but he threw such a fit on that show. Threw such a fit, acted as if no one was going to give him the time or day to say what he wanted to say, but everything he was saying was being rebutted by somebody else saying, listen, dude, I like you. I appreciate you in this community, but what you're saying is wrong. And he just could not take that answer, which there's people like that.
I think there's almost like a moral code of ethics that you got to follow in any customer-based business, right? One, you can't trash your competitors, right? Your competitors, even if you don't like them, even if you don't like what they're doing.
And tell me my shirt was unbuttoned.
I thought you were doing that on purpose. The best way to stand apart from your competitors is just to be better. Take the high road, right? You don't act like that. And if there's something negative, or not even negative, if there's misinformation that you want to correct, there is a tactful way to approach it that does not call people out or call attention to the wrong way that other people are doing things. Just do it right. Just be right.
Can you believe the post that he made that nobody was going to say anything? Can he even believe that he wasn't going to get called out for what he said? I don't understand it.
I want to call it balls, but I don't think it's something else. I don't know what it is.
And I do give him credit. Maybe? I mean, he's face on. Not many people are.
No, you're right.
So I definitely give him credit for that. I've never done business with the guy.
I've bought from him in the past.
I follow him on Instagram.
Delivers. Yeah.
And I've heard that from a lot of people. Probably people listening right now do business with him. And I'm not saying don't do business with them. I'm just saying that was a tad bit, a lot of bit ridiculous in my opinion. And the message I sent you was, he does have a point. He's got a point about the issue with the lunar on the bar. I can see that being a little confusing.
Sure. So educate.
That's exactly right. And I typically don't do this because I try and bite my tongue as much as I can.
No, man, me too. But sometimes you can't.
The higher road is always the best road to go, people.
Yeah.
And I'm working on so much stuff behind the scenes about this one particular YouTuber that just drives me completely bananas with the BS he says. But that's my own stories. Okay. That's my own stuff. I actually made a really funny short today, and I saved it, but I'll probably delete it because I want to make it a little better. So whatever, man. It's
to the dealers, to the people out there. If you may happen that down the road you see some other dealer doing something that you don't agree with, or selling something in a way that you don't agree with. If it's legal, moral, ethical, and maybe they were just not properly educated, consider how you're approaching it. And on the other side of things, if you're going to call somebody out, just think to yourself, to what avail, right? Like, what benefit is that going to bring? So like, you might say, well, you guys are calling him out. Yeah, but there's an avail there. There is a benefit, because let's say maybe he sees it, maybe he hears it, he might think twice and just act proper next time. Or maybe he won't. Maybe he'll call us out and call us a-holes for, having a stupid podcast. And
which is then we have a conversation about that. That's all. And that was my point. Educate greater than hate. That was the comment I made. And then he commented something about, yeah, when everybody else is whatever. It was a trap to that's what took me off, is the other person I was speaking about. It's always a trap. It's always a trap to try and get you to type back stuff. Just drop it. I made my point. Educate's greater than hate, and that's where I left it. And that's facts, man. That is facts. Why hate on somebody when you can just help educate anybody else who's listening? And that's the problem. That's not the problem. That's the point of social media, is it's written in ink, man. Anything that you put on the internet anywhere, you ain't deleting it. It's out there. You can say you deleted it, but somebody took a screen grab, somebody took a screen record, they did all this stuff, and the stuff you said is saved.
Yep.
Right there. I guarantee it's saved right in this, right next to me.
Yep.
And I don't forget. I'll never forget. And I've said a lot of shitty stuff too, I'm sure, but that's what I can back up what I've said and deal with it.
It calls to mind a quote, and I was just trying to upload it real quick, but here it is. Winners focus on winning, losers focus on winners. So you got Michael Phelps, right? Michael Phelps is he's powering through. He's just, if you're listening at home, you don't see the image. He's swimming. They're doing whatever,
the butterfly,
sure, breaststroke, something. He's doing something, and he's a hair ahead of the other guy, and you can see the other guy literally seeing Michael Phelps beating him. He's so focused on Michael Phelps that he himself is not winning. So it just calls to mind that, when you're shining the light at someone else because of something you don't agree with that they're doing wrong, it's a bad look for you, right? So why do it?
Right.
Just focus on you. Focus on what you're doing 100%. And how you can improve yourself. You see what they're doing wrong, don't do it. Do something better. Be better.
That's right, man. That's right, man.
Good stuff, man. This is a great show today, man.
That was a good one to get out there. That was a good one to get out there. Didn't really diss nobody, just said how we felt. So I checked that off the list. Definitely get a hold of us if you want to via the website, which we didn't talk about. We still have that 5 ounce of silver given away via the website. Sign up for the email list, cruciblelive.com, www.cruciblelive.com. Is that right?
That's right. Instagram is at the Crucible Podcast.
And I see we keep getting followers over there. My phone keeps getting alerted,
it's going
which is cool.
And on YouTube, the official YouTube channel, which we will eventually transition primarily to that for this show, it's going to be at the Crucible Podcast. So you sign up or subscribe or follow to all 3 of those. You got yourself 3 entries to win that 5 ounces of silver.
And if you're someone who keeps your subscriptions private, which is completely up to you, at least go on one of our videos on that YouTube channel and drop a comment, do something, anything there, so we can write down your name, see it somewhere. If your subscriptions are visible, it pops up on both our ends. We see it via the Gmail website, the email address.
And guys, tune in to next week's episode. We got something cool next week, guys. Somebody who is definitely in the metals world, but on a different angle that maybe you've not been exposed to. So it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, we dig a little deeper in this one.
We're going to dig real deep into that one. It's good.
All right, everybody.
That was clever.
All right, everybody. All right, man. Be good, and we will see you all next week with a very, very special guest.
Later
on.